We're here at the Aces Baseball Academy, and David Wright, welcome to Staten Island.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Okay, and your agent, Seth and Sam Levinson, and Jason Marquis is a part of this facility here on Staten Island. Keith Miller, a former Met player. And I know that the Levinson brothers also represent you. And you're a Virginia kid that kind of got to play baseball all year around. And here in the Northeast, it's tough for some kids that with special talents in baseball. So a facility like this is a godsend.
Yeah, we didn't have too many facilities like this growing up. I mean, this is, just a tremendous advantage for, these kids in the Northeast and in these cold weather places to come in here and improve their game year round. I mean, they're very fortunate to have this, and maybe they don't know how good they have it, because I remember hitting in cages with fishnet, and makeshift tees, and just a tremendous facility. And anytime you can come, see young kids work, see young kids have that dedication to come, late hours, play baseball. That's what it's all about.
Okay, so again, thank you for coming. You just spent a lot of time with the kids. We took some shots of you signing autographs for all the kids that are part of the Aces Baseball Academy, and they get tremendous instruction from guys like Kevin Hughes and Greg Belson and Benny Laskin. So again, not only is it a beautiful facility, but the kids, the adults teaching them really know what they're doing here.
And I mean, that's, obviously so important. I can't thank enough, the coaches I had growing up. And again, I think that, with this facility, these coaches, the backing they have, with Aces and Sam and Seth and Keith Miller, they don't know how good they have it. And, they should really utilize that to their advantage, and this is going to put them, so much further ahead, than other kids that can't work out at these facilities or have this type of coaching.
Okay, this has been a tough year for you. Got hurt pretty early in the season, and as we're doing this interview with David right now, in a few hours from now, actually, he's going to find out whether they're going to allow him to get back to baseball activities and get your rehab started in Florida. But you're telling me that you're pretty confident that you're going to get good news and going to be back on the field pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's one of those things where I feel confident. I feel very hopeful that I'm going to get good news and can do what I enjoy doing, and that's getting back on the baseball field. So my bags are packed, ready to go to Florida. So I'm expecting good news, and can't wait to get back on the baseball field, and because I really feel lost. Being the summer, warm weather outside, and it's tough to watch my teammates go out there and play. I can't wait to join them and get back on the baseball field, because that's what where I want to be.
One of the things I said on my last show that I just did a couple of days ago, that this New York Met team, this 2011 team, is such an easy team for people to root for. I'm a Yankee fan, and I'll tell you that right out. But I'm rooting for this team because of the way they battle, and I think that your new manager at the helm and the new management at the Mets, there's a new attitude, and this is an easy team to like, just watching them perform day after day.
Well, I think anytime you get a group of young players, especially the type of players that we have, it's easy to root for. I know as much as it's hurt to kind of be away from the field and have to watch them on TV, I've really enjoyed that, and they are a lot of fun to watch. So I can't wait to join them. I think Terry deserves a lot of credit. Collins, our manager, for kind of those younger players taking on his persona with that aggressive style of play, that fiery style of play. So I think he deserves a lot of credit, and I think that obviously these younger players deserve a lot of credit for coming up, playing with the passion that they have, and going out there and really getting the job done.
Okay. One thing I've been wanting to ask a Met player, and now I'm getting the opportunity to do it, is Shea Stadium was a stadium that was, I think, a pitcher-friendly ballpark. I mean, the dimensions at Shea Stadium were quite big. Certainly it wasn't a lot of home runs hit there. And then you moved into Citi Field a couple of years ago, and people have been talking over and over again about how big the place is. But tell me in your words, what is the difference between hitting at Citi Field and Shea Stadium that seems to make it so much more difficult for home run hitters?
Well, Citi Field's bigger. I think that's the, probably the obvious answer. You know, and I think that Citi Field gets bigger quicker in the gaps. You know, I'm not sure if I'm explaining that correctly, but you know, you have down the lines, which are pretty standard, and then I think you know, the outfield just gets big quickly. You know, and obviously the high walls, but you know, it's a pitcher's park. It's what, you know, they wanted when they built it.
Right.
You know, but you have to you know, adapt. I think that, you know, overall it makes you become, you know, a better overall hitter, because you have to be able to hit the other way. You have to be able to, you know, hit line drives. You know, I think that we have a team that's kind of built for that kind of park. We don't have a team necessarily that's going to go out there and outslug other teams. You know, I think that we have a team that's built on speed, taking the extra base, being aggressive on the base pass, playing good defense, you know, getting pretty good pitching. So I think, you know, if you do the small things right, you'll be rewarded at our place, because you can't, you know, sit back and play for the 3-run home run. You have to go out there and, you know, play a different style of baseball.
Your partner on the left side of the infield is the best player in the National League right now. That's the kind of season he's having. And again, all Met fans are hoping and praying, I think, that David Wright and Jose Reyes are the left side of the infield, not only this year, but for many years to come. And I'm sure you're hoping the same thing.
Of course. You know, he's shown everybody, you know, this year that he can basically do everything in the game, you know, and be what I think the most dynamic player in baseball. I mean, he's a lot of fun to watch. He, you know, really can beat you in a number of different ways. You know, I think he plays Gold Glove caliber defense. I'll put his infield arm up against anybody in baseball. You know, you see the way he runs the bases. He produces runs. He manufactures runs. He can drive runs in, score runs. I mean, you name it, he can do it. And I think, you know, really I've become spoiled getting a chance to see him on a daily basis, because, you know, nothing he does really surprises me anymore. It just seems like it's another day at the office for him, and you know, every day he just does something special that wows you.
Okay, as we're doing this interview, one more quick one. You're right dab in the middle of interleague play. And again, it's hard to get a read on what players really think. The fans love it. Obviously, you go on the road to these American League parks and the capacity crowds, and the fans love it. Do the players like it?
I enjoy it. You know, I obviously can't speak on behalf of Major League Baseball, but I've always enjoyed interleague. You know, I enjoy going to stadiums that I obviously wouldn't get the opportunity to go visit. You know, so I'm a big fan of interleague. You know, obviously I think that, you know, there's little tweaks here and there that you could make. You know, but, you know, it's baseball. You know, the schedule's going to be harder for some teams than it is others.
Right.
I mean, that's just something that you're going to have to, you know, deal with. But the whole concept of it, I enjoy it. I think it's fun for the fans. I think it's fun for the players. And like I said, I get a kick out of it.
Well, David, again, thank you for coming down here tonight to Aces Baseball Academy here on Staten Island. He showed again tonight what a special person he is. Forget the baseball player, for coming down and greeting and meeting the kids. And I hope you get great news tomorrow, and I hope you're part of the New York baseball scene for many, many years to come.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
That's it for tonight's show. Good night, everybody.